What is going on, all you beautiful people? Thanks for joining me for yet another video. Today we're getting tactical because I've got an OTF from Microtech. I made a video talking about this knife and I love that all the comments were all just like Rambo and I think like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I'm definitely not the dude to own this kind of OTF, but I got curious. I saw my buddy Tom, Notorious EDC, pick one of these up, and I actually thought it looked cool, and this is a UTX 85 in urban camo, which I've actually never handled or never owned. I've had a couple of Ultratechs and a Troodon back in the day, so I figured why not check out the smaller one and see if maybe this is the right OTF for me. So let's dive into some specs on the UTX 85 by Mircotech. The UTX 85 comes in at an overall length of 7.5 inches. We've got a blade length of 3.1 inches with a cutting edge of 2.8 inches. For blade material, we're looking at Bowler M390 in a dagger style blade with a flat grind and an urban camo finish on the blade and the knife. The handle material is aluminum, so it's really nice and light. We're looking at a weight of 3.1 inches. And it's a double action OTF, which means you can actuate that button to close it and actuate that button to open it. So for me, OTFs are just really fun knives, right? I bought the Troodon Bounty Hunter because it's a bounty hunter knife and I thought it was sick, but that one turned out to be way too big for me and it was actually a workout just trying to close it and deploy it. So then I bought the Ultratech bayonet, and I bought that because I really liked the bayonet blade, and that knife was actually really fun to use. I took it out with me at the safari to do cutting tasks, and it was just great. It performed wonderfully. I sold that too. I just can't seem to fall in love with a Microtech, but this might be the first one. And I think it's just the size, 85% smaller than the Microtech Ultratech, which means that it's just more EDC friendly. It's not as long, it fits better in the hand, it's way easier to actuate. It doesn't feel like a workout, and I think that's why this might just be the perfect one for anybody looking to get into OTFs, but you maybe don't want to drop the cash on an Ultratech. The Troodon might be too big. So something else that I normally don't gravitate to is dagger style blades, but I can't help myself, guys. This thing just looks sick, alright? It looks like something Rambo would carry. It looks like something Arnold Schwarzenegger would have in like the Terminator, right? This urban camo finish is supposed to blend in with damaged terrain, so it just makes sense, and I dig it. The only thing that I don't dig about Microtechs is the glass breaker. It's super useful. I completely get why they're there, but in my opinion, aesthetically, it would just look better without it, right? I wish there was an option for it. I know you can remove them, but I think the task of removing them can actually damage the blade, damage the body maybe. If I'm not correct, let me know down in the comments, but I kind of wish they wouldn't have the glass breaker and then you can maybe add it on if you really enjoyed it. You also have a little lanyard hole, which I think is kind of pointless as well. With the glass breaker there, it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't think I'd put a lanyard on this, but I think Microtech just makes really interesting choices with certain things. I think they definitely, of course, lean more towards the tactical side, but I think I would like to see something like this without some of these things for just your average dude, like me, like anyone else who just wants to carry an OTF and enjoy it without having these like random things on it. The other thing to consider if you're going to pick up a Microtech is the rattle. And there will always be rattle on these knives. It's not the locking mechanism has the spring, and I believe that's what causes all this kind of movement. Unless you buy like a Hawk knives. I think Hawk makes the deadbolt, and the deadbolt has like no shake or movement, which is just incredible. But they're also $1,000. So if you're not looking to spend $1,000 on a knife, then a Microtech is definitely a better option. And there's tons of colors, tons of blade shapes. You can go as expensive or as cost efficient as you want. Talking about cost efficient, this little guy is unfortunately not that cost efficient. It is $405, but the sticker shock makes sense though. The gentleman who does all of this work, like the urban camo work on the blade and on the handles, is like a world-renowned guy, so you are definitely paying a higher price point for some incredible work. So just keep that in mind while you're browsing around. Again, you don't have to go this high. You can definitely purchase a Microtech 85 that's a little bit more cost-effective, that is maybe not as fancy as this one. But with Mircotech, the more fancy you get with an OTF, the bigger the price point you're going to see, so keep that in mind. Cutting performance with the dagger blade is actually really fun. I like it. I think it looks unique. You can use both sides of this blade to do some cutting. I even like the little detail in between the blade, those kind of little cutouts there. Just keep in mind that I'm assuming this finish would wear off over time, but I believe Mircotech has a lifetime warranty, so I'm sure this is something you can send in order to have it repaired. So what are my thoughts overall? I think if you're looking for an everyday carry OTF, definitely go with the UTX 85. The Troodon is a beast. I think it's really cool. The normal Ultratech is really cool as well, just a bit long. I think this is just great if you want to throw it into a pouch, a bum bag, if you just want to put it in your pocket and minimize the amount of space that you're taking up with an OTF. This is your guy. Now, huge thank you to Blade Ops for sending this over. They've been in contact with me and they're going to be sending me some knives for review, and I asked to check this out because I kind of wanted it and I think I'm picking it up. If you're looking to purchase your next knife, make sure you guys check out Blade Ops. They have a wide selection of knives from CRK to Microtech to Hinder to Wii and Civivi. Any knife brand you could think of, most likely Blade Ops is going to have it. I'll have a link below so you guys can check them out. Big thank you to Ethan for sending this along, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop me a like, subscribe if you're ready for more knife content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.